This is probably one of the most unique ones I've found. It's a bear or Winnie the Pooh. I can't decide. It's like a little cylinder. So I hold the piece of metal here around the cylinder and then I just like crank it and force it into this circular shape. I've always like loved the ring aesthetic and kind of like layered, like lots of jewelry, but I couldn't afford real jewelry that didn't tarnish and like turn my fingers green. I started just about a year ago. I found out about spoon rings on TikTok, and because they're made from silverware, they're waterproof, they're tarnish proof. And then this Rolex ring was probably my favorite ever find. You know, I really like the idea because it's not creating more waste, it's using something that already exists. So I thought maybe I could make some of my own. And it took us about an hour and a half just to make this one ring. So I knew that wasn't going to be sustainable. I was kind of bored in quarantine, so I decided to go for it and, you know, just started making rings and selling them to people on campus. You know, I have a ton, but they're all kind of, you know, nothing about it was super easy except for, you know, just finding the spoons. Like I have probably 200 spoons in my apartment right now, and the hard part is I have a lot of repeat customers, but you know, people only have 10 fingers. So first ring that we made, we used a Dremel to sand it, and then mainly my dad just bent it with pliers. Schoolwork, I didn't really have time for a normal like 9-to-5 job, and with this I can do it on my own time. Recently I did a fundraiser for my sister. She's struggling with some health issues, had a decent amount of hospital bills, so I thought that, you know, this is something that I could do to help. A lot of people care, and, you know, and they support like the business. This one is actually the only ring I didn't make. This was my great-grandma's. Know that it's gonna take time, but if you keep trying, you know, there's gonna be a market and there's gonna be people who support you and like what you're doing. So I would say research and take time is probably my two biggest pieces of advice.